कुछ विशेष। हर महादेव गूंजे गगन, शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन। भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हैं बल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झलक, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक। पुराणों की कथाएं हर श्लोक में प्रकाश, शिव का तांडव ब्रह्मांड वास। गंगा की धारा गुरु का उपदेश, नित्यानंद का प्रेम सब कुछ विशेष। हर हर महादेव गूंजे ये गगन, शिव की शक्ति अद्भुत है अगन। भक्ति का सागर लहरों का नाद, गुरु की कृपा से मिटे हर विवाद। शिव की त्रिनेत्र ज्ञान का दीप, मीनाक्षी की मूर्त भक्ति का संगीत। गुरु की शिक्षा जीवन का प्रकाश, नित्यानंद का नाम सच्चाई का आकाश। ओम नमः शिवाय जपते हर पल, शिव की लीला अनोखा है खेल। मीनाक्षी संग दिव्यता की झल, गुरु के संग जग सारा चमक।
Nithyananda, welcome to all those of you who are joining us for today's Nithyananda Yoga session live. Do come and get settled down on your yoga mat. As we get started by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam, invoking the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, to manifest through each and every one of us as we begin Nithyananda Yoga today. Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunaраhitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. The next step of Nithyananda Yoga is the chanting of the Shiva Mula Mantra Japa. See, what is that Mula Mantra? That Mula Mantra is nothing but the soul of Paramashiva. When we chant that Mula Mantra, what we do is that intense energy, the presence of Paramashiva, we manifest it here. Now, Swamiji again and again says, yoga is not about you trying to achieve the divine. It is about that innate divine energy, that Paramashivatva within you, just expressing through the body. And this happens when with the powerful vibrations and postures, we align ourselves to the cosmic geometry. Now we will be chanting the Shivamula Mantra Japa 11 times internally, without verbalization, within your inner space, vibrating that Mula Mantra 3 times, 11 times. We will be chanting it out loud so that it's easy for you to follow along. But remember that this is the moment you are connecting to Paramashiva, connecting to your original nature as Paramashiva and manifesting that as the purpose, as the way of expression for Nithyananda Yoga today. So let us now chant it. Sit straight with your back, head, neck and spine in a straight line. Keep your hands together in the Namaskara Mudra in front of your heart center. Close your eyes and connect to Swamiji as we chant the Shivamula Mantra.
Om Ham Ham Shiva. 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 Om Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Hum Shivaya Namaha.
Beautiful. With that deep connection to Paramashiva, let us do the Tattvachamanam. In Nithyananda Yoga, we are going to manifest the divine within us. But what happens in the day to day life, the way we are interacting with the world? There are so many toxins, not just physical toxins, but mental toxic setups that we keep imbibing in us every day, whether we want it or not. So, to cleanse ourselves ritualistically, to become that pure vessel, then what is needed? That base is needed for Paramashiva to land. When Ganga lands, she cannot just land anywhere. It will not be able to hold that energy. She needs the Himalayas strong base to land. Same way, when we are making that intention, deciding to manifest our Paramashivatva, we need to prepare even this physical body and mind through the ritualistic cleansing. Because yoga is a ritual, it's a way of connecting to the divine, following all the ways Paramashiva has revealed in the Agamas to connect to him. For the Tattvachamanam, you will need the Panchapatram and Udharani, the traditional cup and spoon filled with some fresh water. Place your right hand in the Gokarna Mudra, bending your index finger, slightly cupping your palm. Take an Udharani of water, put it in the center of your palm, slip the water through the base of your palm at the end of each of the following three mantras. Om Atma Tattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodhayami Swadha. Now wash your hand with the water from the Panchapatram. With the base of the right hand thumb, wipe your upper and lower lip from right to left along with the following mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hand with the water from the Panchapatram. With the tip of the right hand, index, middle and ring fingers joined together, touch above your upper lip and below your lower lip. Wash your hand. With the tip of the right hand, thumb and index finger joined together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. Tip of the right hand, thumb and ring finger joined together, touch your right eye, left eye, right ear and left ear. Wash your hand. With the base of the right hand, thumb and little finger joined together, touch your navel center, your right chest and your left chest. And with all the fingers of your right hand joined together, touch the top of your head, your right shoulder, left shoulder and your heart center. So with that, let us get into our Sankalpa, the most powerful part of this Nithyananda Yoga, which is the creation of your intention. Because without a clear intention, even if you do yoga, you will only manifest that randomness. Because when you do yoga, you're plugging yourself into the cosmic power source. When that energy floods through you, what intention you hold will simply manifest. Like how when the projected light floods through the slide, what is seen in front is what is etched onto that slide. If there's nothing, no clear direct intention etched, how much ever light may be put, the result on the screen will only be chaos. The same way that energy which floods through you when you do Nithyananda Yoga will go through the lens of your intention and manifest as your reality. Today, hold the powerful intention. Any powerful one intention you want to manifest through Nithyananda Yoga. During this Sankalpa, you will see that Paramashiva, Swamiji will simply manifest it for you as you do the yoga today. We will be creating the Sankalpa as always for a perfectly healthy life, powerful limbs, a yogic body, and manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, which means anything you want will simply become a reality. Hold that conscious intention as we chant the Sankalpa mantra and create that space. Place your right hand over your left in the Sankalpa Mudra and place both hands on the top of your right thigh. Keep your back straight Hold your conscious intention connecting to Swamiji in your inner space as we chant the Sankalpa mantra.
Om
Mamopartha samasta Duritakshayadvara Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanah Dvitiya Paradhe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये विश्वावसुनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने श्रीलक्ष्मी वेङ्कटेश्वर ऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गुणविशेषणविशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वराभिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्नकुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वती विश्रुत सकलनिगमागमसारभूतद्राविडवेदप्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत्परमशिवकरुणासमधिगतमुक्तामय चतुरश्रयानगीयमान श्रीचिन्मताः समस्तविरदावन्यकृत ज्ञानविज्ञानचक्रवर्ती सर्वजनसंसद्यो निर्वाणदीक्षावर्ष विश्राण जीमूता परमतटभगेसरि शैव सिद्धान्तस्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु क्षप्रशाक्यादि महान्धकारनिवारणित्योदभानु गर्हाध्वजोच्छेदनपूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वजस्थापक शैव समयकर्तृ सर्वज्ञपीठारूढ श्रीजगद्गुरु श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकस्वामि वागीशसुन्दरमाणिक्यवाचकस्वामिनाम् अवतारभूत श्रीज्ञानसम्बन्धस्वामि पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ तृणवत्युत्तरद्विशततम गुरुमहासन्निधान योगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञपीठ गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत आदिपीठ कैलास महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठकर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वतमनुक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञपीठ सुराङ्गी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणि श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्राधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्ग पुरस्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रीलश्री भगवन् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यान् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं मम समस्तदुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं
समस्तमङ्गल
वाप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्य जीवन्मुक्तिप्राप्त्यर्थं पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त दृढगात्र यौगिक शरीरसिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानन्द योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now take an udharani of water and wash your hands. Om apaupasprisya. And place your panchapatram further away from you. Let's get into Nithyananda Yoga right now. So we're going to be starting by some warm-up stretches, some nice warm-up stretches, loosening out all the parts of our body, all the muscles of our body, to just get, since it's early in the morning, we've all just woken up, our bodies are stiff from the overnight sleep. Let's start by rotating our ankles in a nice circular motion. Feel the joints. So the joints of your ankles need to stretch out completely as you're doing this. Feel it nice and deep in your ankles. Rotate it deeply. So do not just try to do a small rotation. No, push it deeply, fully into a nice circle and switch sides, doing the same thing on the opposite side. Giving yourself a super nice stretch over here. When you do your ankles, you should feel it in your whole leg. Now, pointing your toes down, try to bring your toes to the ground. And flexing them up as high as you can. Pointing them down, pointing your feet down. And flexing them back up. Giving yourself a nice stretch. One last time. Point your toes down. And pull your feet back up. Getting into the next step now. Come to a standing position, hands on your knees, and we're going to be giving a nice rotation for our knees. This is just the warm-up. We have some amazing asanas planned for today to manifest a breakthrough in your Nithyananda Yoga. Giving your knee a nice rotation, nice and deep. And switch to the opposite side. Rotating your knees in the opposite direction, give it a nice stretch. Now, coming to a standing position, bring your hands to your hips and giving your hips a nice rotation. So this is the main stretch. So when you go forward, you have to feel it in your stomach and in your back. When you go out to the side, feel it all across your hips, from the thighs down to your torso. When you go back, the most important part, you will actually feel it in your hamstring. You have to feel it at the bottom of your leg. Coming back out to the side and front. Giving yourself a nice rotation over here. Just a few more rounds. Keeping your back completely straight. Switch directions now. Do this in the opposite direction. Perfect. With that, we're going to be entering into the skeleton dance. So now the skeleton dance is the most powerful, literally a meditation Swamiji has to be. Let's see what it does in the body first. So the skeleton dance has the power to strengthen your bone structure. Because when we get so polluted by our ideas of our identity, of our looks, of our the way we look, the way we project ourselves to the world, that we stop looking in, we stop going back to get in tune with ourselves. During this meditation, this powerful process Swamiji has revealed, you will start to connect back with your very bone structure and heal it. So do this very intensely. You will see any kind of balance related issues will get balanced, osteoporosis, low density bones, all of these can get completely healed just by doing this one powerful meditation and connecting back with your inner source. So do not miss out this as we are doing it. We will go through it step by step, do it sincerely and intensely, and you will really see a breakthrough. Not sometime in the future, not 1 week later or 1 month later, but today. When you do this skeleton dance powerfully, all the pains in your body, your joint pains, your back pain, shoulder pain, everything just leaves. And you will actually see how much energy you will have throughout the whole day today. So let's get into it now.
So to start off with doing the skeleton dance, you're going to come to a standing position on your legs. And now slowly start to move. And now visualize your whole body made out of bones. Bring that deep, intense visualization of the whole body, just the skeletal system. Your body is made out completely only of bones. There's nothing else in your body. Bones. That's all. That is who you are. And now slowly start to shake each and every single part of your body. Start off with your hands, your elbows, your shoulders, your neck, your chest, your hip, your knees, your ankles, your toes, your fingers, your neck, your head, your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Shake every single part of your body. Completely shaking your body. Bring that intense, deep visualization and shake every single part of your body. Continue to do this.
As you're doing it, remember to continue holding the visualization. Even sometimes in the intensity, you may forget, you may drop it, but immediately bring yourself back to the visualization of yourself as a skeleton.
சிவ நித்யானந்தா மனதை மாற்றியா குருவின் பாதம் தான் நம் வீடு எங்கும் தீபமா நித்யானந்தா பரமஹம்சா சிவ நித்யானந்தா ஹம்சா அழகிய கனவுகள் பாயும் விண்ணிலே குருவின் பாதம் தான் நம் வீடு எங்கும் நீ தீபம் நீயே என் நெஞ்சில் ஏற்றியா காலம் கடந்து பிரபஞ்சம் காட்டியா அழகிய ஓசையில் உலகம் சுழல்குதே குருவின் அன்பே நம் மனம் தழல்குதே நித்யானந்தா பரமஹம்சா சிவ நித்யானந்தா பரமஹம்சா மயக்கும் இசையில் பிரபஞ்சம் தாங்குதே குருவின் பாதம் தான் நம் விமூழ்குதே நீயே குருவாய் நீயே சிவமாய் வெளிச்சம் பரப்பும் பிரபஞ்ச குரலாய் நமஸ்காரம் உன்னிடம் வாழ்வின் சுவாசம் குருவின் பாதம் தான் விழுந்து நிம்மதியா நித்யானந்தா பரமஹம்சா நித்யானந்தா பரமஹம்சா உயிரின் உச்சி நிலை குருவின் பாதமே கனவின் உலகத்தில் குருவின் பாதமே
Continue to shake your whole body visualization, bringing that visualization in your body. Continue to shake, shake, shake.
Siva Nithyananda manadai maatriya Guruvin paadam daanam veedu engum deepama Nithyananda Paramahamsa Siva Nithyananda Paramahamsa Alagiya kanavugal alaypayum vinile Guruvin paadam daanam veedu engum deepam neeye en nெஞ்சில் ஏற்றியா காலம் கடந்து பிரபஞ்சம் காட்டியா அழகிய ஓசையில் உலகம் சுழல்குதே குருவின் அன்பே நம் மனம் தழல்குதே நித்யானந்தா பரமஹம்சா சிவ நித்யானந்தா பரமஹம்சா மெய்மயக்கும் இசையில் பிரபஞ்சம் தாங்குதே குருவின் பாதம் தான் நம் விமூழ்குதே
Very slowly come to a stiller position. Make your whole body still, stopping all movement in your body. Taking a few deep breaths. Cooling down your body after that intense skeleton dance. You can walk back and forth in your mat, taking a few deep breaths, bringing your breath back to a normal pace. And then come and be seated back on your mat in a kneeling position.
And let's get some nice torso twists over here. Twisting our torso from right to left, opening up our chest, shoulders, and spine. So just giving yourself a nice twist, using the momentum to open up the whole torso area. Just a few times we're going to do this. Push yourself from side to side, opening up your shoulders. And relax. Now let's take a moment to open up those shoulders of ours. Bring your hands to your shoulders and rotate them in a nice wide circular motion. Feeling it open up. Swamiji says your shoulders is where your cunningness in life come and sit. All your stress, your cunningness, all of them come to sit on your shoulders. So when you open up your shoulders, you powerfully release those patterns. Rotating your arms in the opposite direction. Perfect. Let's now move on to our neck. Rotate your neck in a circular motion, feeling the whole stretch at every aspect. Feel it nicely as you rotate your neck. Release any stiffness there. And in the opposite direction. Rotating your neck nicely in the opposite direction. And relax. So with that, let's now start to get into our first asana for the day.
The first asana which we will be doing today is a very powerful and beautiful asana. It is Baddha Padmasana. So in Baddha Padmasana, we're going to be getting a very nice and deep exercise and stretch to our thighs and hamstring muscles. So throughout the day today, we are going to be doing a set of very intense Padmasana based exercises, Padmasana based asanas. Most of them are going to be Padmasana based. So you can prepare yourself, and in Baddha Padmasana, mainly getting a good and deep stretch first to our hands. Our hands are going to get a good deep stretch, and then our Padmasana, mainly our Padmasana too. So So over here, we'll first be showing you how Baddha Padmasana is done. And once we show you how to do it, we'll be taking you step by step how you can master it. So in Baddha Padmasana, the first step is Padmasana, and then putting both your hands behind your back and catching the opposite toes on either side. This is how Baddha Padmasana is done. Let us now take you step by step through how you can master Baddha Padmasana for yourself. Now, in Baddha Padmasana, there are a few types of stretches you're going to be getting. One, which is the most preliminary stretch in Baddha Padmasana you're going to be getting, is for your hands. Because you're bringing both your hands behind your back. Now, when you bring both your hands behind your back, naturally there will be some amount of stretch on this part of your arm. You'll be getting a good stretch over here. Next, for you to enter into Padmasana, just the basic part of entering into Padmasana itself will need you to be able to have a certain amount of flexibility, and more than just the flexibility itself, the stiffness needs to go away from your body to enter into Padmasana. Even just being able to sit in Padmasana, that stiffness needs to go. So we need to really focus on removing that stiffness and making sure we can do Padmasana. Third, to be able to do Baddha Padmasana, you will need a much deeper Padmasana stretch. So for you to be able to do that deeper Padmasana stretch, you will need some more of the thigh flexibility along with your ankle flexibility, ankle and shins flexibility. So all of this, the whole leg will need to be a little bit more flexible for you to be able to pull it more inside. Pull it more inside. So Padmasana, as we will be doing it now, let us first enter into the opening out your legs, stretching them forward and shaking them out a bit. Let us remove a little bit of the stiffness stuck in our legs first. As we shake your legs, rotate them intensely, like how you did in the skeleton dance. Shake them nicely. Remove, remove any sort of stiffness in your legs. To do this, what you can do, let's do an asana. Let us do Drishasana. So you can lie down on your back. In Drishasana, catch both your legs to your chest with your arms. Wrap them around your knees and catch them to your chest. And now over here, catch them as tightly as you can. Okay, so you're going to press them towards your chest. You might see that they are not immediately coming directly to your chest. You need to press them, pull them as tight as possible, hug them tightly, and press them to your chest, your legs. And then slowly move from side to side, shaking your body. So this will give you a good way to remove the stiffness from your body. Make sure you're doing it properly, tightly catching your legs and rotating side to side. Side to side, moving them. Move them side to side. Nicely shaking them. Very good. Thank you. Come back to a seating position. So with that, first we are working on removing the stiffness from our legs. To master Padmasana, one of the most best asanas which we can do first to be able to do it is Bhadrasana. So in Bhadrasana, we'll get the basic stretch to open up our thighs, the thigh part of Padmasana. So in Bhadrasana, you're going to bring both the soles of your feet together and shake your legs up and down. For some people, you will see that Padmasana comes very simply and very easily, naturally. But for you to be able to consciously do Padmasana, there are some certain amount of exercises and certain amount of stretches you need to do. So in Bhadrasana, nicely shake your legs up and down. It might be tight. You might feel that your legs are very tight. So the moment you enter into Bhadrasana, at first the knees might be raised a lot. To remove it, first you need to start shaking them, how much ever you can first. Shaking them up and down. And then to support that, you can use your arms on the respective knees and push them to the ground. So use your arms and bring your arms to your knees and press them to the ground. Pushing it. And continue to rotate your legs. Nice. Opening it out. Now once you're done opening out your legs in this position, you're going to try to bring your legs more closer to your perineum. So try to pull your legs more closer to your perineum and again shake over here. Opening out your legs. It's important you master doing Bhadrasana because this is a very important stretch needed for you to move on to the next step of doing Padmasana. So please make sure you're doing this sincerely, shaking your legs up and down and opening them out nicely. Bring your legs more closer to the perineum. Again and again, you might see that the more closer and closer you bring it, more and more your legs will be going up. So you need to again open them out, bring them lower and lower towards the ground. Please do this sincerely. We'll hold over here doing the butterfly pose for another count of 3 Mahavakyas. Now, as we count these 3 Mahavakyas, make sure you're taking deep breaths, consciously pushing your body, pushing the muscles, stretching them out. You need to take those deep breaths and push a little more. Now, if you feel the stretch is too much, take a few deep breaths. You'll simply see that you'll be releasing that stretch, that if any pain or any sort of the Swami beautifully reveals that pain which happens during Nithyananda Yoga is all just the tamas stored in the body. So when you inhale more prana by taking deep breaths, you will simply see that all of that will disappear. So make sure you're doing this sincerely and let's now hold for the count of 3 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Very good. You got a good stretch there now in Bhadrasana. Entering into the next step of Bhadrasana. So now if you have given that good stretch to your arms, to your legs, your thigh muscles over here, you're going to be doubling it. In Bhadrasana, once your legs are to your perineum as much as you can, you're going to be leaning forward and down the ground. You can bring your forearms first to the ground if you feel it, to give a decent stretch, not just immediately pushing your body too much to the stretch, but giving a decent stretch. You can enter into placing your forearms on the ground in front of you. Once you're able to do that, you can slowly walk your hands to the ground, stretching them out completely and bringing your forehead to the ground. So lean forward and down nicely. Give a good deep stretch to your body. Over here, make sure your legs do not raise up. Make sure they are towards the ground properly. And if you do have a partner, you can also request the partner's help to push your lower back to the ground, bringing your body completely to the ground. So it's based on how much ever you're able to do it. It's completely fine wherever you are. Hold deeply and tightly for the count of the next 5 Mahavakyas now. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Very good. Now you can slowly relax out of Bhadrasana. So Bhadrasana gave us a very good stretch for our hamstring muscles. Now we need to enter into the next stretch for Padmasana, into the next deep opening up for Padmasana. To do Padmasana now, we are going to be needing to open up a little bit of our calf muscles. So to open up these calf muscles, we are going to be doing Uttanasana. Now, in Uttanasana, you're going to be coming to a standing position. See, in Uttanasana, you will be getting a stretch in a little bit more set of muscles than just your calf muscles. So, to focus properly on your calf muscles, I'm going to be telling you how you need to do Uttanasana such that you're going to correctly aim only on your calf muscles and pull them mainly. So first come to a standing position properly in Uttanasana. Come properly to a standing position. Again, stand up completely straight. Normally standing up. Over here, you need to directly fold down. So you do not bend your back, but directly bringing your back straight downwards. So what this will do is this will directly pull your calf muscles. When you do this, you'll see directly your calf muscles are engaged. It's like a when you pull a band, the other end of the band is pulled. So when you pull your body forward like this, you'll immediately see your calf muscles being stretched. So intensely bring that awareness to your legs. See how your calf muscles are being stretched because this is a very important part. These are your calf muscles over here, the muscles over here. So you need to make sure you're feeling the stretch exactly over here. So give that good stretch over here. You'll be feeling that nice deep stretch in Uttanasana. Everyone come to that position. The nice deep position over here. The muscles are right over here, right behind your knees. A bit lower, right behind your knees. Those muscles, give that good stretch to your muscles. What you can do is you can hold your hands behind your legs and pull your body closer. Because the aim over here is not just to master Uttanasana, but it's to be able to do Padmasana. So because of that, it's not important that we bring our hands to the ground for now, but mainly trying to bring your forehead closer to your knees and your hands behind your back or the back part of your legs, pulling yourself forward. So requesting all of you to intensely do this, giving that good stretch to your body. Let's try to do this on the count of 5 Mahavakyas now. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. So once you've given a good stretch to your body, you can come back to a seated position. So as we do these preparatory asanas, if we see today we're going to be doing various asanas which require you to be able to do Padmasana. So it's going to be a gradual. So we can do many stretches. All of these are going to at last contribute to the asanas we're going to be learning today. Now we'll enter into doing the Bandha Padmasana step by step together. The first step to be able to do Bandha Padmasana now is to open out your legs and place each leg individually. So we'll be individually placing each leg first to the opposite thigh. So you hold your first you can start off with your right leg. Hold your right leg with your hands from outside and rock it in the inward motion. You're not going to be aiming on rocking it outward, but towards an inward position your aim is. So you can come out, but you're going to be rocking it inward. That's the aim. To open out the thigh muscle, to make sure you're just bringing it, making sure the right movement is happening in the right position to enter into Padmasana. So you can lift your leg higher, needs to be in front of your chest and rotate it nicely. Once you're done, you can bring it as deep as possible inward towards your left side, your right foot towards your left side as deep as possible, pushing it and then lowering your leg to the ground. Lowering your knee. Now, the moment you enter into this position, you'll see that your knee is not immediately going to the ground. Your heel has to come to your hip as much as possible. Over here, you might see that your knee does not go to the ground immediately due to the fat accumulated over here. It might be a little bit hard for your knee to go to the ground. That's completely fine. Take your right hand, place it on your right knee, and push your knee to the ground. Push your knee to the ground as much as you can. Once you push it over there, just hold it and you'll see that Padmasana is. Now let's repeat this on the other side too. On your left side, hold your left leg, rock it in between your hands nicely, and then as deep as you can go, rocking it in as deep as you can go, and lowering it to your thigh. Lower your left leg to your right thigh. Deepening. Deepening your stretch, pressing your knee to the ground. Bringing your knee to the ground is a very vital and important part of Padmasana. So, as in when you see, when you grow older, you'll start to see that your body becomes more stiffer and stiffer. If you can master doing Padmasana, it's not just that this asana will only help you now, but even when you grow older and older, when you practice Padmasana daily, you'll see all of these many problems of like stiffness, body stiffness, inflammation, many things can be solved just by doing Padmasana. Swami has actually revealed that by doing Padmasana, you can make your heart healthy. If you see in Padmasana, actually, the way you sit itself, it's such a beautiful posture. All the blood starts to flow very nicely through your legs. If you can, Swami has revealed that if you can sit in Padmasana for the count of 42 minutes, that means your heart is healthy. Not just if you're able to do it, but if you're practicing to do it, you're making your heart more and more healthy. So Padmasana is a very important part. Now to enter into the next part, try to bring your hands to the opposite toes. So you can first take the hand of the lower leg. Now if you directly just normally put your legs in Padmasana, how you normally do it. This is normally how you do Padmasana in a comfortable position. So this is how your normal Padmasana is. Over here, you're going to take the hand, opposite hand of the leg which comes in below. Now if you see in the Padmasana that I am doing over here, my right leg is the one below and the left leg is above. So that means my left leg is getting a deeper stretch and my right leg is inside. So I will take my right hand and go to my right toe first. Over here in this Padmasana, if you see over here, the left leg is below and the right leg is above. So you're going to be holding your left leg first. The leg which is below, you're going to be holding that first. So you're going to rotate. First, you're going to place your left hand on your right knee, push yourself around, and then your right hand is going to go behind your back and catch the toe. This is which on the right side, which on the left side is going to be opposite. Your right hand is going to go to your left knee and you're going to push you around, and your left hand is going to catch your left toe. So requesting all of you to come to first this position where you are bringing one hand to the toe first, giving that good stretch. Now entering into the second part. Second part is where things become a little bit more trickier, but we'll take you step by step very simply. Once you have got this hand, you're going to be now doing the same thing on the other hand, which is bringing your arm around this other hand too and catching your leg. So it's going to give you a little bit more of a stretch. You can bend your back a little bit inwards if that helps. Catching both your toes. The very important part in this place is to make sure your knees do not lift up. Now, if you do actually catch your toes, push yourself a little bit and catch your toes, you might feel that, oh, my knees are lifting up too much. Push them back down. Try to catch your toes without lifting up your knees too much. Or even if it lifts up, just push it back down. So this is Bandha Padmasana. In Bandha Padmasana, we have the 12 components as part of Nithyananda Yoga, the unique 12 components as part of Nithyananda Yoga. You're going to be performing the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. As part of the pranayama, the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. In the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, the way you're going to be doing it is, you're going to inhale deeply, and then while exhaling, you're going to just constrict your throat a little bit. It's not something big, it's just holding your throat a little bit inward and releasing the air. It will make a kind of an ocean sound. If you're making the wind's coming, that sound is coming, that means you're doing it correctly. You need to constrict your throat a little bit and exhale, giving a type of an ocean sound to it. And then again inhaling, again exhaling like that. So that's how the Ujjayi Kumbhaka is done. You're going to bring the visualization of a lotus flower. Visualize yourself. You need to visualize your whole self as a lotus flower. Then performing the bandhas. In this asana, you're going to have two bandhas. One is the Uddiyana bandha and one is the Mula bandha. In the Uddiyana bandha, you're going to be exhaling all the air which is inside, then pulling your stomach in and up. Pulling your stomach as much as you can towards your back. And then you can again inhale. So then again exhale, push your stomach to the back. This is how the Uddiyana bandha is done. The Mula bandha is just sealing your perineal floor. You're going to be gazing towards your nose. The drishti is towards your nose, bringing your complete awareness in Bandha Padmasana. Performing the Prana Mudra, which is catching your toes, your big toes, with your middle and index fingers wrapped around them. And chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam in Bandha Padmasana. So requesting all of you now to enter into the Bandha Padmasana. And let us now hold this both together. Padmasanam susamsthapya tadanguштадваям punaha vyutkramenaiva hastabhyam bandha padmasanam bhavet. Slowly relax as we now enter into our next asana for today.
That was a beautiful stretch we got for our legs as well as our shoulders in Baddha Padmasana. And the next asana that we are going to be entering into today is Sarvangasana. Sarvangasana is a very beautiful, powerful asana that really strengthens your shoulders. Let's take a look at how it's done first. So in Sarvangasana, you're going to come to a lying down position on the mat, legs in Padmasana and lifting your hips up high in the air, straightening out your body. So as you can see here, this is how Sarvangasana is done. It will give you a very powerful stretch for your shoulders and your hands as well as strengthen your Padmasana. Let's take a few moments. You can relax now. Let's take a few moments to look at which all parts of our body will be working out here. Now, of course, one of the main parts is your shoulders. Shoulders supported by your your lower back. So these two will definitely need to get a very deep stretch. So your shoulder area, as you can see here, this area as well as your lower back will get a very deep stretch when you do Sarvangasana. And in addition to that, due to the Padmasana stretch, your upper thighs will get a very, very good stretch. And it's important now for us to go step by step to get those stretches needed, such that when you go into the asana itself, you do not find it difficult or stiff. So let's start off now with coming to a kneeling position and laying back in Jatyasana. So Jatyasana is one of the most powerful asanas that give you a stretch for this part of your upper thigh. So even in the upper thigh, the part that comes on top. So when you sit like this in Vajrasana, there's a particular muscle that stretches over here to your knees. That muscle is what we're going to stretch out. So you can come into Jatyasana, come to a lying down position on your mat with your legs by the side of your hips. And let's hold it here for the chant of just 5 Mahavakyas. Bring your intense awareness to the stretch and one important thing, try to bring your lower back to the ground. So by default, you might find your lower back raises off the ground. Try to bring your feet outside your hips and try to lower the lower part of your back to the ground. So as you can see here, when you come to the lying down position, the tendency to arc your back is there. Sorry for the technical glitch. So as you can see here, when you do this asana, the tendency to arc your back is there. But what you have to consciously do to get the right stretch for your thighs is to try to push your lower back towards the ground as much as you can. So this will really give you an intense stretch in this position. Let's now hold it for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Now take a moment and relax. Come back up to a seated position. We're going to work deeper on our ankles and thighs now by bringing your legs outside your hip. So come like this, spread your knee out and bring your leg to bring it in front of your hip. So one leg can be in front of your perineum, while the other leg is coming outside your hip, giving yourself a nice stretch here. So you're going to try to bring this foot now. This foot you're going to try to bring it in front of your hip. So for this you need to open up your thigh. One thing I want all of you to focus on is not the ankle part of this. So when you do this, you'll actually find that you will have to push your ankle quite a bit to get it in front of your hip. But I want you not to focus on the ankle part of it, but on the knee and thigh. When you do this, you will be giving such a deep stretch to your knees and thighs. Put your awareness on that and see how you can intensify that stretch. One thing that will help you is opening up your knee wider and then bringing your ankle in front. So that will really help you to do this. Requesting each and every one of you to do this for a few seconds now. Let's chant the Mahavakya 5 times as you try to bring your foot as deep in front of your hips as possible. But remember, we're not trying to stretch our ankle here. We're focusing on the thigh and the knee stretch, especially the knee stretch that we will be getting in this position. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Now slowly relax. Now as you're doing the various stretches in yoga, you can switch your legs to the other side. I request each one of you to post, all those of you who are here, who are joining us in this journey through Nithyananda Yoga. If you can post in the chat section, do post about which muscle you are engaging, which muscle are you feeling the maximum stretch. Like for each person, the flexibility is different. For some of you, when you do this asana, you absolutely feel nothing, your leg just simply goes in front. But when it comes to doing another different asana like Bhadrasana, your knees are just absolutely stuck. Like this, wherever you feel that which exercise you feel is where you are stuck at, you can definitely post it. Please do post it to us and we can help guide you through solving that particular problem, helping you through that particular stretch. Let's now repeat this on the other side, holding it for 5 Mahavakyas. Bring it as deep in front of your hips as possible. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And slowly relax now. So that will have given you a very deep stretch, opening up your legs. So you can take a moment now, come into Padmasana, and let's do a simple test for your Padmasana, okay? I want each of you to come into Padmasana and bring your legs as deep as you can towards the opposite thighs. So looking here, try to pull your feet as deep as you can into the opposite thighs. And from here, you're going to lie down. This is a simple test you can do for your Padmasana because in Sarvangasana with your body straight, the stretch dynamics are very different. Come to a lying down position. And here is the important part. Your knees will automatically tend to raise off the ground when you come here. Try to consciously push them lower. Bringing your awareness, pushing your legs lower and lower. And keeping your feet tight on the hips, you have to rest your knees on the ground. So this is the real test to see whether you have mastered the Padmasana part. Let's hold here for the chant of 5 Mahavakyas again. Om Nitya Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Now slowly relax. Now that the leg part of it is over, it's time for us to move on to the shoulder part of this exercise. So again, you'll be this time coming to a lying down position with your knees pointed upwards. And from here, you're going to be lifting your legs up above your shoulders. Bringing your knees up high, use your hand to support your waist and lift yourself off the ground. So you're going to use the support of both your hands on your waist and pull yourself up off the ground. So you can even use your momentum. So this is the first step. So you can see this is what will give you that initial balance. You can relax and do this one more time. Just in that moment, pulling your body off the ground, bringing your hands under your hips. Relax and do it one more time, since you need to really build that core to be able to roll your hips up. So now rolling again and bringing your hands immediately under your hips for balance. So here now what you're going to do, this is the initial step. You're going to try to straighten your back. For that you need to bring your hips higher up above your shoulders. So you're going to try to straighten your back up deeper and deeper as much as you can. So you can see here once what you're going to try to do. So this will be a common issue that you might face, where your back will be bent. You will not be able to bring your back higher than this. So for that you need to consciously use the weight of your shoulders and bring your back in a straight line. So as you can see here, your back in a completely straight line. This will work out this lower back muscles over here, as well as your upper shoulders and neck. So instead of like being like this, you're going to try to be like this. So now you can do this and try to straighten your back deeper and work only on straightening your back now. So for this first chant of 5 Mahavakyas, you're going to be working only on straightening your back. Lift yourself up off the ground and work on pushing yourself even more back and trying to straighten your back. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Now slowly relax for a second here. Take a deep breath. You can come up once and come into a position with your legs stretched out. Stretch out your legs. Bring your elbows onto the ground behind you. and try to lower your head towards the ground. So this will give you a counter stretch. Try to bend your back, lowering your head towards the ground here for a few seconds. Try to curve your hips inwards. Yes. With that, let's get back into our Sarvangasana. Now, we're going to actually be seeing step by step how to do the entire asana of Sarvangasana. You're first going to be seeing how you're able to bring your, how is it easier for you? Now, take this test. Can you do Padmasana without the support of your hands? So keep your hands out beside you and bring your legs to the opposite thighs in a rapid motion. Okay, so the faster you do it, the easier you will find it. Now, one more thing you can do is first bringing one leg on top and then pushing the other leg over that. But the way you're able to do this is what will define the way Sarvangasana will happen for you. So, stretching your legs out in front and bringing it in a rapid motion to the opposite legs. So, you can either now do Sarvangasana by first coming to Padmasana. This is for those of you who need a lot of help with your hands to pull yourself into Padmasana. So first pull yourself into Padmasana and then lean back. But this way will require much more core strength. So look at your strength and see how you want to do this. If you feel you have a stronger core but your legs are not as flexible, do this way. If you feel your legs are easily able to do Sarvangasana, your legs are easily able to do the Padmasana but your core is not as strong, then we will show you a second option. Now, for those of you who have a stronger core, who are ready to do this, come to a lying down position with your legs in Padmasana. And from here, take a moment to rock your hips up high, bringing your hands under your hips. And now here, the important thing, pull your hips inwards and straighten your knees. So bringing your complete body into a straight line. You can see here now, bringing your legs into Padmasana. Lift yourself off the ground and bring yourself to a complete straight line. So try not to bend your legs, try to pull your legs up as straight as possible. Now for the second way of doing Sarvangasana is releasing your Padmasana, first lifting your hips high up off the ground. So you can use your hands to lift your hips off the ground. And from here, you can stretch your legs out and bring them into Padmasana. Again, remember to straighten your knees as much as you can here. So this is the powerful asana of Sarvangasana. So the second way that you can do it is from a laying down position. You can lift your legs up above your head into a straight line and then bringing it into Padmasana. So you can either do that or from a Padmasana position, rocking your hips up into Sarvangasana. Let's look at the different components as part of Sarvangasana. In Sarvangasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as Swamiji. So just a second to explain what these 12 components are. Because in Nithyananda Yoga, each of the components you do are equally important. Nowadays in the modern day, yoga has been actually reduced to just a physical posture. And we have so many dilutions and variations coming up where yoga has lost its original meaning itself. Yoga's purpose is not physical fitness, but it is enlightenment. It is you merging with the cosmos. As a result of that, the body becomes so strong and active. That is why we do yoga. So when we do yoga, it is not just about the physical posture, twisting or bending. It is about the conscious visualization you carry, the breath the clenching of the muscles, the organs, the way your hands are placed, where are you looking? All of these play a very important role in making what is now asana, the simple physical posture like the frame of a car, into a running workable machine, adding the engine, the fuel, the GPS system, the wheels, the motor, adding all of this to that wire frame of the car is what are all these 12 components. If you want to understand deeper about this, please check out the link in the description below to the webinar on Nithyananda Yoga, which will explain to you in detail what these 12 components are. For now, let's get into doing them. So the 12 components are, you're going to be doing the Murcha Kumbhaka. So what is the Murcha Kumbhaka? I'll explain. For that we have to first understand the bandhas. In the bandhas, you're going to be clenching your perineum. So even though you're in this position, it's important that you clench your perineum and automatically your chin will come to your chest. So the Jalandhar bandha is something will happen automatically. You don't need to do it separately. In Jalandhara bandha, the inhalation and exhalation you have is called as Murcha Kumbhaka. Gaze at your nose in Sarvangasana with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. So let's do Sarvangasana with all of these components while chanting the powerful pramana, the original scripture where this asana is mentioned. अथवा क्षेत्र संक्षेपात् सर्वांगासनमुत्तमम् यत्कृत्वा योग निपुनो विद्याभिः पंडितो यथा. Slowly relax now. Coming back to a lying down position. Beautiful. Now you can take a second to stretch your legs out. And loosen them up. Take a few seconds to loosen out your legs. And you can lean forward and down, giving a nice stretch for your back as we enter into our next asana, which is Urdhva Kukkutasana.
So the last asana which we are going to be doing today is Urdhva Kukkutasana. We'll first be demonstrating how Urdhva Kukkutasana is done. In Urdhva Kukkutasana, your legs are going to be in Padmasana again, but this time it's going to be more of a strength challenge. So you're going to come on your knees in Padmasana, place your arms in front of that, and then slide your knees up your arms as high as you can into your armpits. So this is how Urdhva Kukkutasana is done. You need an extreme amount of hand strength to be able to hold in this asana and do this asana. So for that, we are going to first be practicing a few asanas before we enter into directly doing Urdhva Kukkutasana. Now for your hand strength, one of the most powerful asanas which you can do is Lolasana. If you just do Lolasana itself, you will get most of your hand strength and even the wrist strength needed for you to do Urdhva Kukkutasana. Just before that, in Urdhva Kukkutasana, when you do Urdhva Kukkutasana, you're going to need an extreme amount of a sense of balance to the way you balance your body. And you're going to be needing a lot of strength in your arms, your triceps mainly, and a little bit of your biceps. These are the muscles you're going to be engaging a lot, along with your wrists. Your wrists are a key part in Urdhva Kukkutasana. If you have strong wrists actually in Urdhva Kukkutasana, balancing yourself, which is 90% of the job in Urdhva Kukkutasana, will automatically happen. So now, first come into Vajrasana and keep your arms beside your body and lift yourself off the ground in Lolasana. So you're going to be lifting your Vajrasana off the ground, making sure there's no gap, there's no touching, your legs are not touching the ground, and there's a clear gap between the ground and your legs. So you can hold in Lolasana, and we'll hold in Lolasana for the count of 10. Let's now lift up in Lolasana. Eka, Dve, Trini, Chatvari, Pancha, Shat, Sapta, Ashta, Nava, Dasha. Relax. Very good. So you need to make sure you're bringing that conscious awareness to your muscles as it's getting stretched in Lolasana, especially your wrists and your biceps and triceps. So now again lift up in Lolasana, this time for the count of 3 Mahavakyas. So prepare yourself and lift up to Lolasana. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Super. That you can release a bit, rotating your wrists before we enter into the next round of Lolasana, or last round of Lolasana. Rotate your wrists nicely, open up your chest. Hope all of you are feeling the exercise in Lolasana. If you're not feeling it, you need to hold Lolasana for a bit longer. You can hold it for another minute or so, and you surely feel the exercise in stretch in Lolasana. So, again, now place your hands beside your body and lift off into Lolasana for another count of 5 times. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. The next asana we're going to be doing now to prepare ourselves for Urdhva Kukutasana is now again entering back into Padmasana. We are going to be before we enter into doing Urdhva Kukutasana, we are going to be doing one more asana, which is Bakasana. Now in Bakasana, you are going to be doing a very similar position to Urdhva Kukutasana, just without a Padmasana. You can use the help of some yoga blocks to enter into Bakasana as we start doing Bakasana now. In Bakasana, you're going to be placing your hands flat on the ground, your palms flat on the ground, with your hands a little bit in front of your knees, and then slowly lifting off your knees, resting against your arms or your shoulder or your elbows, bending forward and down, and holding your legs up. This is how Bakasana is done. You can do this even without the help of the blocks, based on what you can do. You can even do a much deeper variation, which is Kani Pavasana. Not just bringing your knees to your triceps, but bringing it all the way up to your armpits and lifting off the ground. This is a much deeper and much higher needing strengthening of your arms than the previous Bakasana, which will actually make you prepare for Urdhva Kukutasana properly. So I request all of you to do Kani Pavasana. Come on to your armpits, bring your legs, place your legs in your armpits and lift your body off the ground leaning forward. Very good. So we'll now be seeing the components involved as part of Urdhva Kukutasana. In Urdhva Kukutasana, you are again going to be performing these various 12 components of Nithyananda Yoga. You're going to be doing again the Ujjayi Kumbhaka, which is inhaling deeply, So to enter into doing Urdhva Kukutasana, we are going to be seeing the 12 components. As part of the pranayama, we are again going to be doing Ujjayi Kumbhaka. We are going to be inhaling deeply, constricting throat a little bit, and then exhaling, making the sound of an ocean. Inhaling deeply, constricting your throat, and exhaling, making the sound of an ocean. Let's do this for the few times, few rounds. Let's do the Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Sorry for the technical glitch. So let's do this for a few times. Inhaling deeply, constricting your throat, and exhaling in Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Very good. The next is the visualization. In Urdhva Kukutasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as a rooster. All these visualizations are very profound as part of Nithyananda Yoga, because what you're going to be doing when you visualize each of it, why you visualize as a rooster, why you visualize as different animals, why as Paramashiva, why as Swamiji, you're awakening all these superconscious mutations in your body and consciousness when you do this. So any incompletions, anything related to that will immediately come up and get completed when you do this. It'll awaken in you, not just as the limiting yourself, going lower, but awakening it to a higher purpose. As we tell the various components, you can see all of these on the screen. So especially for the visualization, you can see the visualization of a rooster. It will be much easier for you to visualize and to do all these various components as you do Urdhva Kukutasana. The next one is Mula Bandha, sealing your perennial floor, chanting the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, and doing the Shambhavi Mudra, which is turning your awareness inwards. So let us now enter into doing Urdhva Kukutasana together. Coming to Padmasana, lift up onto your knees and lift the Padmasana, sliding it up your arms as much as you can into Urdhva Kukutasana. Let's now chant the pramana of Urdhva Kukutasana and do. वासिष्ठमतकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमथोत्तानम् मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्. Slowly, very slowly relax from Urdhva Kukutasana.
Beautiful. With that, take a few seconds to roll out your wrists. And we're going to be entering into the Trinetra Kumbhaka, a few minutes of doing intense Trinetra Kumbhaka. What is the Trinetra Kumbhaka? The Trinetra Kumbhaka is a powerful pranayama that Swamiji has revealed that intensely awakens your third eye, your seat of the will. So when your will is awakened, whatever you have manifests. So Swamiji beautifully reveals that when the will goes downwards to the lower chakras, that is when you manifest chaos in your life. You find that nothing you want is happening and you're just in tamas. When that same will manifests through the Agnya chakra, everything you see in your reality will simply manifest. And that same will manifesting through the Sahasrara, going upwards, is what becomes as the ultimate enlightenment, moving higher and higher towards the superconscious breakthrough. So what the Trinetra Kumbhaka does is centers that will in the third eye so that you can decide what to do with it rather than creating chaos. That is why this one Trinetra Kumbhaka can make you manifest all the powers that Swamiji has initiated you into. It can make you manifest ultimate health in your life, clear decision making, and activism. Swamiji says wealth is just activism. In your life, to achieve anything, all you need is activism. And that is what Trinetra Kumbhaka will give you. So let's see how to do it. There are 7 steps, and you will need both your thumbs for this pranayama. You're going to start by inhaling through the left nostril. Deeply inhale. Hold it for as long as you can here. Without exhaling, inhale through the right nostril again. Hold it for as long as you can without exhaling. Inhale through both nostrils. No exhalation. Hold it again for as long as you can here. And then exhale again through the left nostril before inhaling again. So it's going to be a continuous cycle you're going to do. You're not going to give any breaks between the pranayama for a regular breathing, but you're going to be doing it continuously. Swamiji reveals that if you want to do this on your own, you can start off with 11 times in the morning and then 11 times in the evening, moving to 21 morning and evening, 42, 54, and ultimately doing 108 Trinetra Kumbhaka in the morning and in the night. And this will give you such a powerful prana in the body. Because Swamiji says muscles is not just about the protein, it is about the prana, the deep breathing you do. And this will make your fitness level go so high, your breathing so deep, that all signs of boredom and tiredness will just leave your life. So let's do this together now. So let's do this together now a few times. Inhaling through the left nostril. Hold. Inhaling through the right nostril. Hold. When you're holding, try to use your Agnya chakra, your will as the main thing. So do not try to use your fingers to hold tightly. Try to use your will more and more to be that holding the breath. Also, do not hold it for too long. As much you're able to comfortably, hold it there. So not release it too early, and do not hold it till a point where you get lightheaded or dizzy. No. Just hold it for as long as is comfortable before moving on to the next step. Inhaling through both nostrils and holding. And then exhaling through the left nostril again. So let's do this now. Continue to do it intensely. Inhale through your left nostril. Hold as long as you can. Inhale through your right nostril. Hold as long as you can. Inhale through both the nostrils, holding as long as you can. And exhale through your left nostril. Continue to do it very powerfully. And slowly relax. With that, we'll be entering into the Shavasana. Come to a lying down position on your mat. Stretch your legs out, palms by your side, facing upwards. Do not clasp your palms, clench your fists. Keep yourself completely relaxed. No tension in your back, in your legs, in your neck, nowhere. Visualizing yourself as Paramashiva resting in Samadhi. Your life force has merged with Paramashiva's. Doing the intense japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivam, feel the Shakti Chalan Mudra, the powerful Kundalini energy flowing throughout your entire body. Be completely still without moving in Shavasana. Slowly shake your hands and legs down and rock yourself up into a seated position, keeping your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Congratulations to each and every one of you for successfully completing today's Nithyananda Yoga. Post your experience in the comment section below where you enjoyed it, where you felt that you needed some more help, and we will definitely help you out. Also, do check out our webinar on Nithyananda Yoga, why you should do each and every aspect of it in today's world and why it's different from any other type of exercise. Do not miss out on the Paramashiva Sena program, which is starting on December 1st. There's just one day left. Do not miss out joining for the Paramashiva Sena program, where you will get a complete breakthrough to manifest your ultimate. Sign up at ecitizen.info/PSS. And with that, let us offer our gratitude at the feet of Swamiji for giving us this amazing science of yoga and manifesting through us at every level, and end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam, everyone. Thank you and see you tomorrow.